Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving back into the Pirate Alliance Challenge Happy Halloween 40 Stamina 13-star event with a bit of an easier team for you guys to take down this particular Blitz battle. Now, I understand in my previous video, it's a little bit heavy investment in terms of level limit break, barrier pen, all that kind of stuff. Plus, a lot of people are asking for replacements for PERONA level limit break 5. With the release of the 6+ PERONA got a level limit break at the same time. Now they're doing that real cringe thing where they release a 6+ that's only summonable, and then we'll get her skulls like, I don't know, 6 months from now, just like they did with Super Tandem Luffy. However, this particular PERONA got a level limit break too, and with her level limit break, she removes 2/10 of damage nullification. Now, her captain got a pretty big buff too, applying increased damage taken and stuff like that too. So hopefully you have her at least level 3 for her captain ability. But in today's video, I do aim on replacing her in terms of the damage nullification. And for that, we're utilizing the Buggy Pirates. The Buggy Pirates can be picked up in the PKA shop, so they're technically free to play, but unfortunately, they are not a booster. The literal only other damage nullification you can use as a point booster is Kobe or Bizarro, and both of them are found on exclusive banners, being Treasure Map or PvP. So I understand a lot of people won't have those particular characters, so Buggy Pirates is pretty much going to be your next best thing. The upside to Buggy Pirates too is you can actually use the Bond Clay support for some threshold removal, which is going to work really, really nicely for turn 4. But if you don't have Bond Clay, just like I did in my previous video, we are going to use the Rare Recruit Brook with the Nami support. Now, as you can see, I have removed Magellan, so we are going to get a lot less points in today's video, but the run is going to be a lot easier. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, as you notice, I do have the Garp support on Kuzan, and very important that you actually put Kuzan in your bottom row. It doesn't matter if he's on the bottom left, it doesn't matter if he's on the bottom right, as long as he's on the bottom row, that's all you need to do, because he's the one that is going to remove the bind on turn 3. But we are going to have to stall a couple turns there, and that's why the Garp support's going to come into absolute clutch with removing the special bind there as well. So let's make our way to turn 3, and let's take on Moria. Now, Moria is a Psi unit who puts up a barrier for 30 hits for 2 turns. He then gives you a full bottle block orbs and binds your top row. On turn 2, he's actually going to bind your middle row, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world because we can actually use the Kuzan special now to remove all of that bind. On top of that, Kuzan's going to give us some cooldowns, so that way your Buggy and your Brook will be ready to go. And then after this second turn, we can actually remove the block orbs from our captains, and then we're going to get hit with 3 turns of special bind. Once we get hit with that 3 turns of special bind, we can actually remove it with that Garp support. So that's what makes him just so good. And now that we're on the 3rd turn, we actually don't have to worry about the barrier, which means we don't have to worry about barrier pen or anything like that. So if you guys are struggling there, don't stress. You can basically just take your time and you can just easily kill on the 3rd turn. A little bit of stall, but look, at the end of the day, if you got to do what you got to do to get it done, then that's gonna be the wave. On turn 4, you either verse Shanks or Luffy. Both of them put up threshold, and both of them put up damage nullification for 1 turn. Shanks will give you an attack down, where Luffy puts up defense up, and this is where the Buggy Pirates comes into play. Buggy Pirates are going to remove that 1 turn of damage nullification, which works really, really nicely. Now, PERONA basically gives you all of the other matching orbs and stuff, so I would highly recommend still using PERONA, but at the end of the day, if you need to not have PERONA on the team, you could probably replace PERONA as well. We're going to remove the threshold with Brook, and then we can use the special of PERONA to give us those matching orbs. Now, as you can see with PERONA, she gives us the chain lock, which we can now use because we used Kuzan on turn 2 at the previous fight. So very important that you guys do that. We're going to use the super type of PERONA here as well, because we're not going to need it on the final stage. Because of the orb rotation in orbs being unfavorable. And with that, we should just be able to hit our perfects and take out Shanks or Luffy, whichever one you guys fight, doesn't really matter. This team works for both, obviously. Once you move into the final stage, you're going to get special reversed, you're going to get paralyzed, there's silence, you get a full board of strength orbs, which luckily for us, we make matching. And we have to deal with a barrier and damage reduction. So this is where we're going to use the special of, the super class of Uta to get 1 turn of cooldown. And then we can use the Vegapunk special to give us the other turn to cooldown. Plus, Vegapunk can let you choose any of these buffs, and we're going to select the Orb buff, and then we can use the Uta special after that to remove the damage reduction and the silence, which is always fun. Now we need to break that barrier there, so we just have to hit 2 goods, and then we're pretty much good to go. I would highly recommend using a support for some color affinity too if you guys are struggling for damage. It's definitely going to help you guys out, but as you guys will see, we should have plenty of damage to take him out here. Beautiful stuff. Nice. Now, if you don't have as much investment as I do, or if you don't have, I don't know, like a level 120 PERONA, then you might need to look at utilizing some other support for color affinity, just for the final stage, like something like Nami. Anything that just makes int color affinity is going to work quite nicely. Or you can utilize like the Vivi support for Free Spirit 1.3 times color affinity. Now, as you can see, a little bit lower, 4.54 times points, but like I said, if you don't have level and break PERONA, if you guys don't have the barrier pen and the 150 units, this team should be able to help you guys out. Now, if you guys do have level and break 5 PERONA, you can basically just run my previous video with the same strat with Kuzan, just dealing with stage 3. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you did, make sure to bell the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.